Okay, this is going to be Arlo's take-home video. It's feeding time, but I also brought some extra treats to just kind of go everything. Doing it in the garage because the sun is hitting the backyard, and if I have my phone exposed in the sun, it just overheats and then it's going to stop recording. So in the garage, it's shaded, so I can use this space though to kind of go over what I'd like to. So we're just going to talk about commands. Um, I'm going to show you guys all the commands that he has learned. You're going to see some of them. He's still working on the lure. Um, and you can continue to do these if you would like. And then talk about like the practical commands, like the ones that you're going to use, like when you take them out. Obviously, sit, down, right? Recall, come, heel, and yeah, that's kind of pretty much it. Just kind of kept it really simple for him. We have spin, we have legs. Let's see, I have shift. So if we'll kind of just start and kind of go through them. So if I ask him to heel, I'm teaching him that I want him on my right. If I say switch, I want him on my left. If I ask him to spin, I'm going to have him spin counterclockwise, and then if I ask him to turn, I have him turn clockwise. If I say legs, he does a figure 8 through my legs, stopping in the middle. If I say middle, that's where he'll go right between my legs. And then, see if he saw, thought he was going to do it. And then we have his marker, which is yes. Yes is to let him know, good boy, that you did the command right, or what you're offering, the behavior you're offering, the play you're offering is good. We have obviously sit, and we have down, we have come, and then yeah, that's pretty much the commands that we have for him. So let me take you through. So what I will do is I will come, and I'm just going to get a bit of his food. So all I'll do is take a little bit of kibble like this mixed with the wet food. If you do this, make sure you wash your hands really well. Don't rub your eyes or any of that stuff with the raw in there. So let me get him in position. So if I ask for sit, so if it's a temporary sit, that position that he's giving me is okay. But if I want him to be in the sit position for a while, I'll reinforce sit, and I want that butt shift right there. I'll tell him, yes, good boy. Okay, good boy. And then when I'm ready to release him, I will just say break. There you go. And he dropped a little piece, so I'll let him know right there. Right? So I'll do that again for you guys. Just so what you can see is I will again, let's say I need to create some distance. Sit. I'm not going to say anything yet. He's in the position. He should hold that position. I'm going to walk away. And then when I want him to release, break. And then when he gets the food, this is where I'm going to tell him, yes, good boy. Yes, good boy. Right? He did it exactly the way I wanted him to do it. Right? The down position, obviously that body language is a lot easier to read. So right here, I will tell him, down. Yes, right there. So again, I don't say anything except the reinforcing of the command to make him go back down, create the distance that I want. Should be able to do whatever I need to do. He's just waiting and observing. That's what we want. And then when I'm ready to release him, break. And then this is where I will tell him, yes, good boy. So we're reserving the yes, good boy till the completion of the command. And again, he holds the command. It's not completed until we release him from it, right? So again, sit. Gives me what I want. I can turn my back and walk away, and then release, break, and then reward. Yes, good boy, good boy, good boy. We'll do it again, but this time with the down. Now I did teach him that you can point. So if I do Arlo down, that kind of helps him speed up the process too. So you can point. You can give hand markers if you want to. So that nothing wrong with that. Break. Again, release him. And this is where I reward him. Yes, good boy. Good boy. So I'm doing everything super slow right now just so you guys can kind of see the full commands, right? So now let me show you what middle looks like, right? Arlo, down. So let's say I want him to go from one command to another command. So instead of saying break, what I will tell him, Arlo, middle. Yes, good boy. I'm going to reward that. Down. I'll reward that. Yes, good boy. Now I want to release him from this. I'll just take a little bit. I'm going to toss. Down. I didn't release him. I'll take a little bit. I know he's reinforced. Middle. I know what he's doing. I'll show you what he's doing. Down. When I'm ready to release, I take a little bit, I toss it out, and I'll say the B word. So I'll tell him, break. Now you can break the command and go. But this is what he was, let me show you what he was anticipating. So what you saw him doing was anticipating the next command. And this is what he was anticipating, the recall. So if I tell him, come, this is where I want him, right there in front of me, eye contact, yes, good boy. But he was anticipating this middle. And then from here, I would tell him, come. Yes, good boy. Break. I always end with break, right? So he's so smart that he does try to guess sometimes and anticipate. So you just want to correct. It's good because you get to work on the correction. We really, really need to work on the correction so that he understands that with you, right? Understands that you can correct him also, right? So let me show you what the heel looks like. So I will say, Arlo, heel. Yes, good boy. Reward. And then I will release him. Break. And I just toss a little out so he knows he can break that command. Right there. Good boy. Same with the opposite side. Now my left side, I tell him, switch. Yes, good boy. Break. And then I just toss a little piece out so he can get it. Good boy. Good boy. Yes, good boy. So let me show you the spin. Spin. Yes. Turn. Yes, good boy. Again, the spins were taught so that he just gets comfortable going into the heel positions, the switch and the heel positions. And when we go for a walk, I'll go over kind of what the how to work the heel and the switch. But basically, it's the same command. It's just labeled different so he knows which side. So if I tell him, heel, I want you on my right. And I don't like this position, so I'm going to help him fix this. Remember, be patient with heel. So I'll tell him, I'll correct him, step away. We're going to do it again. Heel. I want him right there, yes. And I want it more straight, vertical. Good boy. So I taught him the switch, so just in case. Now I'm going to show you he can do this, but this takes time and you got to work this, right? So I'll tell him switch. I'll lure him away over to this side. Yes, good boy. And then I can tell him heel. So he goes back. And this is just for positioning purposes. Do I need him on my right or do I need him on my left? And you can also go, Arlo. Spin him away and tell him middle. Yes, good boy. Break, and then he's free to go. Right. Positioning purposes, guys. That's what those are. Just so like, if you have a distraction on the right of you, you could tell him switch to get on the left. If the distraction's on the left, you could tell him heel so he goes on the right. This is the legs, so I'll just tell him legs. And he knows the figure 8. Yes, good boy. Now from here, don't go after it. See, he dropped the piece he wanted to go, but I didn't release him. But from here, I can also tell him heel. He could spin out of that and come into that position. Clean it up. I could tell him to go into a down. I can walk away. Break. And then he can release from it. Yes, I know, I see it, Bubba. I'm gonna let you get it. Right here, Bubba. Right here. There it is, good boy. So, couple things. When you're giving commands, don't be repetitive. So it's not Arlo, sit, 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 sit. Say the command once, sit. Give him time to process. Reinforce if you need to about 4 or 5 seconds later. Go ahead, Bubba. Get it. Break. Right here, Bubba. Right? So, sit. Down. Sit. Stand. Yes, good boy. So you could see he's moving a little bit slower there. And that's because I want him thinking. I don't want to have to help him. I don't want to have to use the lures to get him to go. But you can clearly see he knows what he's supposed to do. So if he gets stuck, don't be afraid to take the food, put it in front of his nose, and you can teach him to lure. Yes, good boy. So turn. Yes, good boy. But eventually you want to fade away the lures. So I could be Arlo, spin. I'll give him So I'll give him a gentle nudge. Spin. So this is perfect because you could see how he's struggling without the lure. So Arlo, spin. Yes, good boy. So we get him going, then I move that lure away. Arlo, turn. Yes, good boy. And then I let him know that's what I wanted you to do. Because the other commands he knows really well, right? So if I say Arlo, middle, I just have to open my legs. Yes, good boy. Down. Yes, good boy. Arlo, come. Yes, good boy. So those are the ones that we really focused on, so we didn't have to use the lures. Hey, come. I didn't release you. He likes to get lazy. Break. Always remember he can't go to the next one until you either give him a new command or you release him with the break, right? So yeah, guys, we're getting down to the last of his kibble. So again, let's just talk about the ones that you're going to really just use. So when we go out in public, it's really sit, down, yes, break, heel, switch. It's really it. You'll use middle every now and then too. You can do that, but basically these are the ones that I really want you to practice. So it'd be Arlo, come. He comes right up on you. Yes, good boy. You reward, right? That's what come looks like. Down. Break. Good boy. Sit. He messes up. He fixes it. Yes, good boy. Middle. Oh. Arlo, middle. Yes, good boy. Break. Let me show you the heel commands again. So what I'll do, all you really need to practice, you don't have to overcomplicate it. I would just say, Arlo, oops, get that piece, bub. And let me see, I'm going to show you how you can use an object to help get the alignment better when you're practicing. So if you're right here and you have nothing on your side and you do Arlo, heel, and you're struggling to get this position, yes, good boy. Break. What I'll do is I'll actually move by an object. So now he's forced to kind of be in that area. So now if I do Arlo, heel, that object helps put him where I want because he can't go out any further because then he runs into the tire. Good boy. Break. Good boy. Just a little trick you could do. That's right. And then you could practice switch just so he knows. And see, that's what I don't like. See how sloppy he is? He's at an angle. So I'll tell him, we'll reset. I'll move him and then I'll do it again. Switch. Again, he messes up. What I'm trying to do, the switch is his weak side, heel is his strong side. What I'm trying to do is get rid of this step that I have to do right here to help with that alignment. Yes, good boy. break. So let me show you that step again. So if he's getting stuck like you see him, I will use the lure and I'll tell him, Arlo, step back, lure him around into position, wait till his butt hits the ground, eye contact, yes, good boy, break, and then we move. So when we get to the end of this, I'll show you a little trick that I do. Arlo, down. Actually, break. I want him in the camera view right there. Good boy. Okay. Arlo, down. This is something you can do. You don't have to do. We just work on it. So he knows there's a little bit of food in the bowl to kind of finish it off. I will put it over here and he knows that there's food in that bowl. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to reach into my pouch, grab some treats, and he has to come to me before he goes to that bowl. So I'm going to ask for a command. Arlo, heel. See how he gets stuck? Heel. So I'll reinforce the command. He's heel. Yes. Now watch. From here, See, he's anticipating the release. So because he's anticipating that, I'm going to make him go to another one. Come. Break. Then he can go. So that was good for you to see because he does try to anticipate what you're going to tell him to do. So I shake it up on him. I'll work on those correction cues. But I'm going to have you guys review this video. I'm going to send it to you. Today's Saturday. I'm going to send this out, text you guys. Good boy. Have you review it. Make sure it makes sense. If there's anything else we need to add when you come and pick them up, we can add it and have you guys just do a little video from there. But yeah, that's kind of the command work. So we will go over how to use the leash with the command work too. When you come and get him, remember dogs listen for two reasons: because they have to and because they want to. That want to is the food for him. He's very food motivated, so we use that. And then when we're out in public, I use the treats as sparing rewards, and I use the leash pressure of the prong, which we will learn on our walk tomorrow, how to create the you have to, right? Because you know what I want. If you're going to ignore me, I'm going to create a little bit of pressure with the prong. You give me what I want, I release it, and I will reward you with affection and praise. Good boy. And randomly, every now and then, I'll reward you with the treat. So hopefully this is helpful, guys. This will be your reference video to go back to for his commands. Kept it very simple. You could see he struggles with a little bit. He knows the concept for the most part, but the ones he's really good with: his sit, his down, his break, his yes, his heel position, his middle position, right? And if you master those guys, sky's the limit. You guys don't really need to do a lot right here. So he gets perked up right there. That's what I want. That's okay. Because then, Arlo. Yes, good boy. His attention comes back. Good boy. All right, guys. Hopefully that's helpful. And then look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow.